Hello, this is Ryan again with Axial Control. In this video, I'd like to demonstrate how to add a lock to your Axial Control system. In other videos, a number of years ago, this process was different and it actually involved taking a laptop to a close proximity to the lock, but thankfully we no longer have to do that with a newer Z-Wave technique called network-wide inclusion. With this one, as long as we have at least one device that can communicate with the lock, we should be able to add it just fine. So, what I have got today, I have a Yell touchscreen lock. You may have a quick set or something from Slake. The process will be the same, except for the specific manufacturer instructions on how to put the lock into include mode, but I'll go over that too. So for this, you need to make sure your USB stick is installed on your system. Make sure you see it in Axial Control, and that Axial Control down the bottom left says Z-Wave Controller Online. It may also be helpful to get the instructions in the manual for your lock so that you can refer to the inclusion instructions. The first step that I'll do is I'll go to the Tools menu in Axial, and I'll choose Z-Wave Commands. And I want this second one that says include device network wide. Please make sure it's network wide. If you use that other one, it will not work. So I'll click on network wide, include device, and you'll see this screen pop up and go through the locking process. When my system is ready for the lock, it'll say press the Z-Wave button on your device. Now, just for fun, I'm gonna pull up the instructions for the quick set lock online. This if you have QuickSet, this will probably work for you, but verify in your manual. First step, so we're looking at this section that says add the lock to your smart home system. Initiate the process to add the lock to your system from your smart home controller. That's what we just did. And that's our smart home controller. Axial Control is waiting for the next step, which is B. When prompted by your smart home system to add the lock, press the button A on your lock interior. So if I've got a quick set lock, I'll go press button A. And ideally, if we do that, Axial Control will detect it within 10 or 15 seconds. And you'll see this wording change a little bit, saying adding device. Sometimes this can take up to 60 seconds to do. But watch that. If you get a prompt on your system that says device added successfully, congratulations, you should be done. If instead you see a message that says device could not be added, or if it seems like nothing is going on, then we'll go ahead and proceed to a different step. And I'll even highlight it in your manual for QuickSet. Step D says if unsuccessful, follow your system's instructions to remove the lock from the controller and network, then press button A on the lock. So what that is, so let me close this one. So again, I'm going to take a step back here. If you add a lock and it doesn't work, or maybe it does come up but you can't control it, then this is when you'll do this step. So go to Tools, Z-Wave Commands, Remove Device. And you'll still go through the same process where you'll see locked, and then it'll come up and prompt you to press a button. When it says press a button, you'll find your instructions in your manual for how to remove it. And in this case, it's right here on step D. It says press the A button on the lock. And the reason we do this is sometimes the manufacturer will test these in their shop and not reset them. Or maybe you've included it previously. What this step does is resets the lock back to factory defaults so that it can be re-included again. So if you've gone ahead and done that, press button A, you'll see in Axial Control it'll pop up and say device has been removed, and then ready to close, and you can click that close button. Once you've done that, start this process over from the very beginning and do the include again. And that should take care of it. Once your device has been included, it should show up in your list as a new lock. You can double click on it and give it a new name. And then go ahead and give it an unlock and a lock. Make sure that it's communicating and working properly. So you'll notice, you'll hear the lock unlock, disengage, and then you'll see this icon change. And if you've done that, congratulations, you are all set.